I'm here at Thorncrest Ford in Toronto, and I'm going to walk you guys through 20 interesting features on the 2023 Mustang Mach-E. Let's start off the front of the Mustang Mach-E. Now this front end gives us the look of a normal Mustang, kind of the groove here, but everything is solid. So really, and there's no need for any shape. So they're just kind of shaping it to look towards the Mustang for that look, but there's no airflow that needs to go through, only very minimal air for the air conditioning system. And you have these small vents down the bottom here, look like active air vents that are gonna open up when the Mach-E needs to get a little bit of airflow. I also like the LED headlights. There's this one strip along the top for the turn signal, and then you have the two massive grooves for the low beams and the high beams. The coolest feature on the front is actually what's underneath the hood. So since it's an electric platform, we don't have an engine, and we have a very deep trunk here. Look at how far in you can get into that trunk. This has got to be the biggest cargo room on any electric car that I've seen. One thing that I do love seeing is this massive Mustang logo right here, and then there's a seal around it to seal in this front area. Now at the front we have 19-inch alloy wheels with 225 wide all-season Michelin tires. We have this small Mach-E 4X badge here. So you can get the Mach-E in either a rear-wheel drive option or the all-wheel drive option. And you know you have the all-wheel when it has the X and then the law on the bottom there. Right in front of the driver's door, you're gonna have your charging area, level 1, level 2, and the level 3 for DC charging. Now, Jim, the salesperson here, was telling me that Ford is partnering with Tesla. So you're gonna be able to have access to the Tesla charging network when you're purchasing a Mach-E. And that is incredible information. If you guys are in Toronto and looking to purchase a Ford, make sure you guys reach out to Jim. I'll leave his email linked in the bottom. Tell him you watch this video and you're interested in purchasing maybe this or another Mach-E that they have in stock. I love the side profile you get with the Mach-E. You have black along the top and then black side skirt with the fender wells. That really ties together very nicely with the black window trim. But the most interesting thing on the side profile is how to opening the doors. At the rear door, there is no door handle anywhere. There's a small button right here. And then after it pops the door open, you can get your hand in between and then open up the door. At the front, there's a button to pop it open, and then actually like a little ledge, which is like a winglet, which kind of gives it like this aerodynamic kind of sporty design. But I really like it. Like you come in, press with your finger, and then pull. Very simply. And there seems to be a little bit of an assist there to push the door open, so you're not fully pulling on it yourself. Ford also has the locking system here, so if you happen to forget your keys, you can have a digital key put into your phone, unlock the door with this, and then once you're on the inside, use your phone to start the car. Pretty cool. At the back of the Mach-E, it has this really like slope hatchback design, but you have the classic 3 Mustang rear taillights, long black side skirt diffuser along the bottom with the reverse lights and the proximity sensor, and then right here, there's a little nipple, push that, and we have a full power tailgate system. I like the way that the privacy cover actually tucks and stays out of the way when it's open, where a lot of other brands it kind of drops down. Now down below here, you do have a little bit of extra storage, a little bit of space for your charger that comes standard, and the tire inflator kit. And when you're ready to close the tailgate, there is a pull handle if you want to pull it, but if you just click this button, it just powers closed for you. All right, now let's take a hop in the back seats and check out all the space back here. Now I have the driver's cockpit set up for my driving, and I have a ton of leg area. Not to mention, these seats seem to be like extended compared to most of the back seats, so you have a little bit of extra support for your leg room. This leather interior is super plush, perforated as well, which is great for that summertime heat. You also have the pull down here for the cup holders, and I like how there's no bulky cover for it. It's just nice and easy. That is beautiful. Not to mention this massive standard panoramic glass sunroof that goes from the front all the way to the back. It's massive, but it's tinted, so it doesn't let too much light through. It's just enough. We also have a USB-C and a USB charging port in the center there. And of course, in an electric vehicle, there's no rear drive shaft, so we have lots of leg room, even in the middle seat. I mean, even as a full-size adult, you've got all the room you need. And then when you're trying to get out, the opening of the door handle is actually pretty funky. I like it though. Now sitting inside of the driver's seat, the Mach-E does give me Tesla vibes, but actually done nicely. We have the massive tablet here, but we also have a very small gauge cluster and just much nicer trim. Bang & Olufsen interior, open pore carbon fiber, lots of charging areas here for 2 cell phones, lots of additional storage down below, the 2 cup holders, more storage space in here. It just feels a lot nicer with the leather material just around the transmission controller. All the touches are very, very nicely done. And I like the fatigue sensor for the Blue Drive, as well as active stop and go cruise control, Mustang logo on the steering wheel, the leather wrapped steering wheel itself. Everything's done very nicely. Now, I'm gonna hop behind the camera so I can show you guys the driver's cockpit in more detail. Okay, so before I actually get on the driver's side, let's talk about the door. So you have the window switches, and then this is how you open that door, that little toggle right there. A little bit of additional additional storage down below. Bang & Olufsen sound system looks real good. You have your light control switches to the left of the steering wheel. Manual steering release and control there. Black trim on the steering wheel with the Mustang logo. Aggressive sport seats, but are actually still very, very comfortable. Perforated in the center. We hop onto the inside, we want to start it up. This is the push button start right there. Massive, large iPad screen in the center that does everything for us. I do like how the Mach-E has this small little gauge cluster, very simplified, but when you're in the driver's cockpit and the steering wheel kind of blocks the corners of it, so it's like it needed to be a little bit smaller, or the steering wheel needed to be a little bit bigger. We do have active stop and go cruise control functions, like the black around the Mustang logo and the lines inside the Mustang. Volume controls on the left, turn signal stick, automatic wiping sensor in the center. So we can see our charge there. Let's play around with the infotainment system a little bit. Before we get there, I want to show you guys everything else. So we have the open pore, carbon fiber trim, sound system fabric. We have a wireless charging tray, USB-C, USB ports down there, another spot for the phone holder with like a rubber texture to give it some grip. Additional storage down here as well, 2 cup holders. I like the leather here around the transmission controller, so reverse, neutral, drive, reverse, neutral, drive. When we go into reverse, we have the 360 parking system and that rear view camera, electronic parking brake, hazards, more storage down here with a cover, also the 12-volt converter, and the leather wrapped armrest is all very nice. The massive panoramic glass sunroof holder, universal garage door opener, the lights, auto dimming rear view mirror, auto dimming exterior mirrors. And now let's play around with the infotainment system a little bit. So we can click here to see different views for the 360. You have your climate control menu at the bottom, and you can also click here and makes the whole thing climate control, so you can go through and select exactly where you want the air flowing, or you can just click down here for auto, have it on dual or not dual, max AC, turn it on, turn it off, but really you can just leave it down there. You've got heated seats, heated steering wheel buttons at the bottom, big volume control for your music, which is nice to have, very large for the navigation screen. And you can go into this menu, you can go through for controls, sound, and for controls you can turn on and turn off the one touch pedal feel. Unbridled is basically sport mode, engage, and whisper is like eco mode. And the car will remember what the last one you were driving on and then start up on that next one again. So whisper mode, the gauge cluster looks like this. When we go into engage mode, the gauge cluster goes more for that battery range. When we go into unbridled, you get a little bit more aggressiveness with it. We go into drive here. I did see when I was driving before some other lines were popping up. You also have the synthetic sound, the propulsion sound make it sound like Iron Man, auto holding brake feature, one touch pedal feel. So like Tesla, you can turn it on or turn it off, unlike Tesla, but you have that function. And when you turn it on and turn it off, you get this little 1-foot sensor button there. Let's go have sound. So adjusting the sound system, phoneless, driver's assistant. So we have active stop and go cruise control, the auto holder, you can turn on and off all these other safety systems. Adjustments in the vehicle itself. Looks a little bit to load up there, but the touch response is pretty good. Vehicle power down timer, rear occupation alert. So I like how you can actually turn this on so you will get a reminder. What happened? Close. Let's go back in. You will get a reminder every time you leave the vehicle to check your back seat. So we turn that on and then watch. I'm going to turn off the car. Boom. And you get this reminder, please check your rear seats for occupation. I like that, whether they're cars or dogs or anything. And one thing that Ford has done very well is beside all of these options, if you click this button right there, it then tells you what that is for. So it tells you exactly what that system is going to do, which I think is fantastic. Really makes it easy when you're new to the vehicle, getting used to everything. So easy entry and exit, proximity locking, when you want seat adjustments to do it. my key, remote start setup, just so many things that you can go through. Lighting, automatic high beam, welcome lights, so much adjustment that you can do. If you're going in the States and you want it in miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour, you can activate that. Then there's general, again, so much adjustment. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto or wireless, standard. You also have sketch if you want to do some drawing, kind of like, it feels like they're trying to compete with Tesla there with that. Connectivity, software updates, Ford Assist, and valet mode. So this infotainment system has everything. This is one of the most customizable that I have seen from other manufacturers. We have the glove compartment down here, lots of additional storage. I just love the leather on the center console. Is it just me, or is the acceleration pedal just seem very, very tiny? But it feels enough when you're actually putting your foot on it. Then you also have the dry blue fatigue alert system bar right there. Kind of interesting because it's always there. It kind of looks a little bit out of place. I feel like maybe they could have put that a little farther back, or I don't know, something else. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've got for you guys. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are in the Toronto marketplace and you're looking to purchase the Mach-E or any other Ford, make sure you guys reach out to Jim at Thorncrest Ford here. I'm going to leave his email linked in the description of this video. Make sure you tell him that you watched this video and you want to purchase a Ford. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys with the next video.